Marketing meets practical results. I'm Carlos Vargas, your guide with 25 years of digital strategy experience. In every episode, I sit down with expert guests who share real-world insights and actionable strategies to help elevate your online business. Whether you're perfecting funnels, crafting compelling emails, or exploring the latest digital trends, we're here to help you thrive. Let's unlock your digital success together.
Welcome, my friends, to CFNerds. Hello, Turner.
How's it going, Carlos?
Very good, and you?
Doing well, thank you.
Long time. Last time that we saw each other was when we did the event at Orlando.
Yes.
Or were we at the event in Boise?
I don't know. So
okay.
many ClickFunnels events all over the place, right? Vegas, Orlando, Boise, Utah. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So definitely it's a pleasure to have you on the show. And I definitely want to know more about MailboxPower because the first time that I met the owner was at one of the events. And he was telling me a little bit about it. And at the beginning, it clicked, but it didn't click. And then you and I start talking. I'm like, oh, that is really cool. So tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and then we can dive into how we can leverage MailboxPower for businesses.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of have to go back to the start of my origin story, right? So I started out my marketing journey over at ClickFunnels, and I started out as kind of customer support over there, retention team. And I did that for, I think, 2 years, and then jumped over to the onboarding team that we started over there. Had a blast selling the One Funnel Away Challenge. That was some good days. And then after that, I started on was the relationship manager. Yeah, I think was what my role was. Had a blast. Worked closely with Russell, the affiliates, and high level clients over there. I represented Russell at some big time masterminds, and just it's where it started. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I hadn't been over at ClickFunnels with Russell and had a good time. And ultimately got me to where I'm at today with MailboxPower. It's kind of crazy. I was actually helping out at FHL with the award ceremony, and this guy came up to me and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "I know about you, but I don't think you know a ton about me." I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And so this guy, Brad Quintana, and I said, "Okay, well, yeah, what's your business?" And he said, "Yeah, MailboxPower." He said, "We do direct mail, help make it all automated." We'll tell more about this as we go. But I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." So we got to talking, and he was actually my dad was actually his high school football coach. So kind of a crazy story. And there's so funny how that kind of all branches, because my dad coached the same school, high school, as Russell Brunson as well. So there's kind of a crazy triangle of weird connections there. But yeah, so that's where that kind of started. And then a few months later, I went to go see Brad and the team at MailboxPower. They got their 2 Comma Club award and much more. I think we're at 100 million and beyond. It's nuts. But I was like, yeah. And I got to meet them and see their whole facility, and was just like, dang, this is cool. Like, this is the future. I didn't know it was my future at that time, but yeah. So I then joined the team. I think a year later. It just felt right, and yeah. So that's how I kind of got over to MailboxPower and the whole journey here. And I've now been here almost a year, and it's been super cool. And being able to work with all the softwares, all the different companies, it's been a blast. So.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
kind of how
something. You're giving me, my water is like watering, because you're saying things that are really important for a business owner. That is automation, getting things simpler. So are we talking about email? Like, because mailbox normally is attached to email. Is it that you guys do email marketing, or is something else that is something hidden there?
Yeah, for sure. That's what a lot of people are like, what mail are we talking about here? That's why I like to show off the actual envelope, and on my screen, you'll see that they'll come and go. But no, actually mail, like direct mail. So I love that Russell Brunson brought in Dan Kennedy, and Dan Kennedy talks about, so much about direct mail as well. But yeah, we send out direct mail for companies and businesses. So that's a really cool thing. At our company facility there in Utah and Bluffdale, we have a 20,000 square foot facility that we actually send out tons of mail for businesses. We send out tons of brownies. I think we do about 10,000 brownies a month that are sent out from us, or sent out from different companies. We send out t-shirts with screen printed logos, make it look really nice. We do customized mugs, customized booklets. Man, you name it, we do. Just really nice things that look really nice for businesses. And you don't have to get thousands of one thing or 500, 100. You can just get one thing if you want to, make sure it looks really good, and then send it out, because we're set in such a way that we don't want you to get hundreds or thousands from us. We want you to have it automated, so that way when someone comes into maybe your mastermind, or someone buys something from you for the first time or the 100th time, you then send them a thank you gift or a thank you brownie, or just a card saying, hey, thank you so much for buying this from us. You are now part of the family, right? Things like that, just helping people to feel like they're in the community and just feel loved from who they're buying from.
So technically, you guys, let's talk about a customer. Customer come to a business, they start the transaction, whatever it is. It's like actually the old time you're taking care of. You used to, I remember, you make a pie or something and you bring it to them. Thank you for being a customer or stuff like that. You guys are doing this automated. I have a friend of mine that this will be a perfect. He actually is a banker and he buys cookies and he goes to a business and he dropped them so he can actually then have a connection with them, so he can then have a conversation. So you're actually taking that idea into steroids, that you're like, here's the information, send this out, and then automate the whole process. I'm assuming that, is there some kind of locking? Because to make that work for everyone, there has to be a massive. So are you guys limited to only one platform that is your platform, or do you guys work with anyone?
Yeah, so we have an integration that you can pull into MailboxPower. You can use ClickFunnels, high level, any kind of software or any kind of CRM that you want to connect in as well. We have a bunch of high level users, ClickFunnels users that just absolutely love us. And they see no reason to be done with us ever, because they're so integrated now and it just makes so much sense. That's a really cool thing about it. And yeah, we do what you were talking about with your buddy there, but we've made it so easily and seamless that it just makes so much sense. So a really cool thing, it's MailboxPower it's kind of like a Amazon for businesses, if you will. Okay. So you're able to pick what you want from our catalog, whether that's a t-shirt, it's customized, brownies, it's customized, a notebook that's customized, it's laser etched with your logo in it that looks so good, or a water bottle, pens, whatever you can think of is in there. And then you're able to set that as an automation online, right? Automated, ready to go. So that way, when someone does buy from you or comes into your mastermind, it's just sent. So we have that zap in there ready to go, just easily done, so that you don't have to, do anything with it. Set it up from the beginning with our onboarding team. And then after that, it's just ready to go. So there's not a whole lot of thought process in it. It's easily done.
Oh, that is so cool. Like, there's so many programs that teach you how to do probably a high ticket item or a mastermind. And they say, oh, you need to figure out if you're going to send a box and what you're going to put on the box. And then you have to order the boxes and ship it to like a fulfillment place and order this and order that. Technically, you guys are just simplifying that so you can have it all in one place. And when people come in, they can just get it directly to them. That is such an amazing idea, because then I don't have to worry about, as a business owner, to figure
Mhm.
out all those places. Because the other problem is, like, if you want a water bottle and then you like, I don't know, let's take, for example, let's take this cup. If I take this cup and it's not good for printing, and I invested on those, and now all of a sudden when they arrive they start chipping away, that is a bad experience for the user. You guys
Yeah.
took all that work out of my hands, so I just can say, okay, I want the red one with this shirt or with this notebook, put it on the bundle, and that goes out. I don't have to worry about anything else. So tell me then, what is you said are brownies the top sellers?
Yeah, and let's go even deeper into that. Yeah, brownie's one of our top sellers. You can send out unlimited postcards from us as well. So send out
Oh,
a
wait,
million if you want to.
go into detail into that, because
Yeah, let's do
people
it.
sometimes don't realize we get junk in the mail. But I
Mhm.
know, like, when Russell said, if you remember, Russell used to make us write a letter at the end of the event, and you get,
Yeah.
like, a year later, you're like, who the heck sent me an envelope? Like, to get a postcard. So businesses send a postcard. What
Mhm.
they normally put on that is like a thank you, like a welcome.
Yeah. So I just did a webinar yesterday. So one of our awesome use cases recently is a realtor out of Utah, and they don't just send one card to be seen. They do an 8-week automation. So every week that person is getting a card every week. Boom, 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 boom. So you're not going to see me once. You're going to see me 8 times within 8 weeks, and then you're going to see a whole different sequence. So one week they'll send out, a card with a brownie. The next week they may send out just a card, and it's a whole process to really make that person think, okay, yes, I will use that person as my realtor because they're awesome. They're sending me some cool stuff. They
Wow.
actually care. Because just as Russell would tell you, you got to have that person see you at least 7 times or more to really make that action happen. So this is a really cool way to do it. And other people will do like, hey, oh, yeah, we just saw another one of our users. They're doing reviews, so they want as many reviews, on Google as possible. So they'll say, "Hey, scan this QR code, and you'll get something from me the next few days." So we have an automation. Someone scans that QR code, you get a text because they scanned it, and then 3 days later, the automation then sends them a brownie saying, "Thank you so much for doing that review for me. That means a whole lot. So I want to send you something delicious. Here you go. It's on me."
Oh,
So
that is such a clever idea, that technically, if we look at it at the digital world, we can detect those things. And
Mhm.
but if you send an email or not, they may read it or not. But now it's something physical. They scan with their phone, so they took a physical action, and then after that they get, oh, thank you for doing the action. Here's a gift. That is such an impression. And it's like, when let's say when you're dating your wife and you don't know, you're trying to get her attention, and all of a sudden, um I don't know yours, mine, she liked flowers, but she also liked to go out to eat. So when I surprise her with some flowers or something, she goes like, so it's like you're surprising a potential customer before you have even done anything. So that literally convey that you are actually doing above the regular. So if they're considering two vendors, and all of a sudden they see that, it's like, oh wait, this person is doing something different. So
Wait a minute.
I want to know then, from the people, do they need to do a lot? So, or somebody that may be starting, let's say that somebody, I like the idea, I want to be different. Let's say that it's a
Mhm.
coach, or could be a small business, and they say, I like the idea that when I'm in my local area, that when I go to visit someone, do they need to send like 10,000 a month, or can they send a small amount as they ramp up?
Yeah. So let's go deep into this. Okay. So we'll talk ClickFunnels stuff as well, and just in general, right? Building your business. So when Russell Brunson talks about the one funnel week challenge, he says, build your list. Well, he always talks about this, right? Build your list, because online, Zuckerberg might take away Facebook. Who knows? You might get your email taken away. Who knows, right? But in MailboxPower, we have a list builder. So you're able to get physical addresses and a whole list that you're able to buy from us, which is very cool. And in our list builder, you're able to see different records. So you go into the geography and the demography. So first the geography, you're going to take that zip code of wherever you want to send to. And then we're going to go super targeted with the demography going into the businesses, or if you're going B2B, going businesses to see how much they make and where they're at, how big they are. Or you can go to B2C to see how much that consumer makes as well, or who they are, things like that, to go really targeted, because you really want your marketing to really make sense and to ultimately pay off, right? So you're able to get that whole list, and then you say, okay, that list is perfect. That's who I want. It just gave me 10,000 addresses. We can then go into there. Or if you want to go smaller, you can kind of test out your marketing, start with just 100 in a small area, and then you can send to all of those people. So all of those records then go into your MailboxPower account and with all those contacts. And then from there, you were able to send to all those people. And then on that card, we're going to go really specific. We're going to have a call to act. We're going to have, first of all, we're going to have curiosity. So that card isn't just, thrown into the garbage. Curiosity, really tying them in. And then a call to action to really take them to the next step. Okay. So that call to action is then going to have that QR code on it, taking them to your site, or a book a call, or a 20% off coupon, or whatever that may be. Every time that QR code is scanned, you get a text through our system with a dynamic QR code. And then your marketing is taking the next steps to really help you out, to tell you what the next steps you need to be. And then if you get that scan multiple times, you then have that automation to be able to send out multiple things. And we're just really taking it to the next step to really make your money count as you're sending these out. So big answer to your question, but it's the way to do it.
That is such a cool idea of sending it out, having a dynamic or a way to identify the customer. And like you said, it can also help someone that is trying to break into a certain market. I know there are companies that do that through email. Like we have one close to us that we have worked with. And again, we can sit down with them. They can strategize and get the list, mail out. But it's not just the mailing out. You guys are going above that and taking it to it's like you're breaking the wait period of getting on top of the owner. It's like, because if the secretary or the admin or whoever receive like a little package, it's like they're not gonna get it for them because it has the name of the owner. So it's like literally going in front of everybody else. Every other email or every other phone call that is waiting, he has now that on his desk. And when he open it, it's like I'm very movie oriented. I'm probably you remember The Matrix, and you remember at the beginning when Neo doesn't know they're fighting him, and they give him a package. So they go in front of everybody, and as soon as he open it, the phone, it's like he gets a direct call to get his attention.
Yeah.
You guys are doing that. That is such a cool idea. Now I'm gonna see a video of you on The Matrix.
Yeah. And I have to ask you one question. How many boxes or pieces of mail do you get that you just leave outside on your doorstep, or just leave in the mailbox with your name on it?
So if it's a box, like the argument from my wife is like, when are they gonna come addressed to her? Because everything comes to me. Or now our son, I'm like, when is it gonna come to me? So you open those boxes right away.
You
get
open
them in.
them. You have to, right? So you'd say maybe 100%, 99%, 100%. Okay. Do you have your phone right there with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see your Gmail right there?
Yeah.
Okay, how many unopened or unread messages do you have?
I'm technically trying to be good, but at least 100.
Okay, at least 100. I got 1,000. I gotta
Yeah.
admit, 1,000 plus. And so the inbox is getting fluttered, right?
Yes.
There's some people that send out emails every day, and I'm not knocking that at all, but I'm not
Mhm.
reading all those emails, right? But just like we talked about, there's stats that the direct mail always gets opened, and so that's a big part of what we want to continue on with. Is if you have a stat that's 100%, you're going to go with that marketing all day long, especially if it is automated. And so that's huge that we're going off of. We're like, hey, this marketing works.
And like you said, even if it's junk real mail, it
Yeah,
comes to you in the house. Let's say you have a kitchen or something, and now your emails on your phone. So there may be 1,000, like you said, on red. This come in front of you, and you actually sort through them almost daily. So you
yeah.
go, oh, this is junk. Oh, this is junk. And you see a little packet or something that is a little bit thicker. You put everything else out and you open it to see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me that it's actually working directly to the person's psyche to say, somebody took the time. It must be important. Let me pay attention to it. So, with that in mind, um, besides the brownies, because again, I I got, I think, one of them because like I said, I met, I think, at the same FHL, and he got my details, so he sent me like a little brownie, and they're great. They're great. They're not like other type of brownies. They're real brownies, but they can do. You said shirts, imprints. Is there a, how can I say it? Is there a limit on how much in a box, or how little, or how much have you seen? And the reason that I ask that is that, again, we have people that may be watching this episode that are starting, and others that are already experienced. And some people
Mm-hmm.
say, I want to send like a gazillion amount of stuff so they could remember me, and
Yeah.
that may not be a good idea. And some people may say, well, I'm just going to send a little postcard, and that may be okay for some areas and not for others. So, what have you seen that is the correct balance for those to
Yeah.
attract those customers, and for those that are actually already customers and now you're nurturing them and working with them?
Man, it totally depends. It depends. Maybe you are just starting out and you are sending out an invitation to your mastermind, like, hey, thanks so much for signing up. You want to say thank you so much for coming on. And you're now part of the family. Now, in that case, you may send them a card with that letter on it that you can build all in our software within 20 seconds, which is amazing. And then you may send them a box with your logo on the top of it, the water bottle, all the things, and it looks awesome. A very big company is doing that with us right now, and we are so excited. Um, and then another awesome person that's in the affiliate world coaching space is doing that with us right now, and they are killing it. One of my really good friends. So in that case, you're making that thing look really nice with all your stuff in it, with all the logos, all that. And then maybe you are doing that huge push. Who knows? It just kind of depends on what you want to do. The really cool thing is when you come into Mailbox Power, you are started with an onboarding call specialist, just you and our onboarding specialist. They kind of talk it out with you, and they can answer any questions. Our agents have been using our system for like 7 years now, 7 or 8 years now,
Wow.
so they know it really well, and they do calls every day, sometimes 6 days a week, and so they're killing it. They can answer any questions you have. So it totally depends on your marketing. But I want to make a big point here. So maybe we have some people online that are maybe just strictly online, and they're like, well, I don't have all the physical addresses, so I need to make sure this works for me. Well, we have a link that we give all of our users that is
Mhm.
like mailboxpower.com/Turner/ whatever. And then if someone fills that out, at the top it has my picture or your picture, and it says, hey, I would just like to get your contact info. That way I can help celebrate you. And then it has contact info as well as their birthday, maybe their pet's birthday, because we like to celebrate everybody in the family, of course. And then with that information goes right into your Mailbox Power account that you can then export if you want. So that way you're able to send to them. And with that, you can do an automation, and once they fill that out, they'll then get something from you, like a brownie or a bottle or whatever. So that's a really cool thing too. So we are really killing it with everything physical, and then the digital works as well with getting that address too. So yeah, I just had to add that in there. It's a pretty awesome way to do it.
You just spark an idea. I have a bunch of clients that they're authors, and like me, I'm constantly writing books. So let's say that they write their book.
Mm-hmm.
Can they send the books to you to combine them with something else that you have? So let's say I want the book and I want to get them a bottle, but I don't want to have to buy the bottle and I don't want to do all the shipping thing. Can they do that? Can they send you whatever they have so you can bundle it together?
Yeah, I promise you guys, Carlos and I, we didn't talk about all these questions. These are perfect questions. So this is a really cool thing. We just rolled out an inventory plan. So what you can do is you can just send your stuff to us, and then we will send it out for you. So whether that's your books, your T-shirts, your tchotchkes for events, that's what we call them, or maybe you do, I don't know, maybe you make custom things and you want to then send them to us. So that way you can have your garage back. That way you're not storing them all in your house. Trust me, we hear that all the time. But you just send that to us, and then we're able to send that out. So maybe you want to have your thing stored with us, and then maybe you want to put that in a box, one of our boxes, and then maybe you want to add in one of our journals with your logo customized, laser etched on it. Maybe you want to have some of your, some customized golf balls, laser etched with your logo on it as well in there too. So you could totally do that. You could just send one thing to us and then add all of our things in it. We can totally do that. We have one of our newest users. She actually does, I'll tell a little bit. She does like football jerseys, and then she has like Christian sayings on the back. And so
Cool.
it's super cool. And so she has all those jerseys stored at our warehouse. And then she's able to put those in boxes as they buy them on her Shopify, and then they're sent out from us via Zap, and it works out really well.
So that's a great option. So technically, they can have their platform, so they don't have to stop using their platform. So like you mentioned, they could be using Shopify or ClickFunnels or Go High Level or whatever they have, and you guys have an integration that could automate the whole process, so it make it easier. So again, there is no locking from one platform. You have to use this or use that. You guys are just receiving the request and then fulfilling for them, and then can you send some of the data back? Can we take the data out if we need to? Like you said, all these people responded, so we want to follow up with those people that actually scan or cure. Hey, you scan it. We're here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, everything is in the Mailbox Power system. You can take out whatever you want to export. It's all there for you. We're basically just the best tool on the planet. We want to put it onto your stuff. So we love every software out there, and we play very easy, very well. And our software developers listen and they know what's going on. So it just works out really well with everybody. It's pretty awesome.
You just mentioned something that I always love. It's not just because I'm in the technical world, but having a team that actually, when you need to improve or do something else, you have developers or have people. Yeah, developers. I'm dating myself, but that in that way, when something breaks or there's an enhancement that we want to do because there's a new platform or something like that, that you can have people that can help in there, make it easier. And then, so Turner, how can people get directly connected with you and the team of MailboxPower so they can actually start learning, leveraging it, and making this a reality?
For sure. Yeah. Come follow all of our socials, Mailbox Power on Facebook, Instagram. You'll see both of them on there. We also have an amazing, amazing affiliate program that I am the head of, and our affiliates are absolutely killing it, making a great amount of money every month to pay for a lot of stuff. So this is software that just makes sense for a lot of businesses. I can guarantee you that a few light bulbs went off for you during this 30 minutes. And
Yeah.
so it just makes a lot of sense. And, you get a few people sign up for Mailbox Power, and it basically pays for the whole software for you. So it works really well. So find me on that. My Instagram is It's Turner Leslie. So you'll find me there. And then on Facebook, I'm always answering questions. Find me there as well. And that's the best way to do it. And then mailboxpower.com. You'll find us there too. But ultimately, come to me for any questions. I will cover anything. We're always going to events too. You'll see us at the Go High Level Summit, and then the ClickFunnels events, the Connect events. You'll see us there as well. But come find us because your business needs us right now. So we are very excited to help everybody we can.
Well, my friends, has been awesome to see you, Turner. And for all of you that are here, make sure that you share this, subscribe to our channel so you can actually keep getting all this wonderful podcasts and everything that we're doing to help you transform your limits into new opportunities. My friends, we'll see you on our next episode.